do. No, you know, what's your views on that? Because I think they should legalise it.
I think they should, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that also, because like the stuff you get, like when you're getting it, you know, on the streets of Surrey. It doesn't.
Sorry.
You get them on the streets everywhere.
Fucking Red Hill, you know, like
Don't buy in the store.
No, there's always a weed dealer at every flipping down the road, and that.
I wish this is the thing. We got.
I got a quick story. I don't really smoke that much anymore.
Yeah.
But I fancied it.
You were my dealer.
Huh?
I'm joking. You were.
Trying to get me locked up here.
That's it. Edited out.
It's herbal, by the way, herbal.
Every other night you come around like, Bliff. I'm like, of course.
Yeah, that's like,
come on in, my friend.
You're talking about something 15 years ago.
All right, cover your
talking
ass.
about recently, But anyway, I've been living in this area for about maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't really know anybody here. So I'm like, well, I fancy some weed. My wife was away as well.
No, but that's not the part you should have said quietly. Like, you know, like, yeah.
But anyway, I fancy some weed, and I'm like, I don't know anybody that I can buy weed from.
Yeah.
So I walked around the whole area for hours.
It's weird
trying to
that
find
you
a
never
weed
find
dealer.
a dodgy guy in a park at night.
Yeah.
You know, it's so sad. The internet age has fucked us.
And usually when I walk around, I smell it. Somebody smoking it. This time, nobody smoking it. It's fresh air, the freshest air I ever smelled.
Teenagers?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
So what?
Even in Reigate, you get you can smell a bit of the good stuff.
So what I did,
like Reigate, the average house price there is 400 grand, for a flat. It's just ridiculous. I mean, most people have nighthoods, I think. Keir Starmer went to school there, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So what?
Sorry, Sir Keir Starmer. See, they've all got nighthoods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna find a dealer? So I'm like, let me go to a corner shop that sells grinders, lighters.
Yeah, those guys do not like to admit they've got some shit behind the back.
Let me go there and sit camp outside of it, like a mother.
Bear in mind, he's a 6'6" black guy standing outside a weed shop with his hood up.
I would have stood out. I was like across from it on the bench.
Yeah.
I'd have arrested you if I was a passing cop. I'd be like, all right, come on, son. I know you're up to something.
Like I was on a stakeout for I sat there for 2 hours until I saw some kids come around to buy Rizzlers and stuff, and then I went over to them like, "Can I get some weed?" One of them.
How old were these kids?
I don't know how old they were, but I said, I said to them, "Do you know where to get weed from?" And then they go, "Yeah, him." This guy came over, pulled something out of his trousers.
Why is it always out of their trousers?
Yeah,
You're like, oh
that's
god,
why
it's
they
good.
do
Yeah, that's why they call it cheese, probably.
And he's got high five.
Yes. Oh, I'm on it. I'm on it.
true.
Yes, this guy. I'm going to kickstart my comedy career soon.
Oh, it's making me think what banana split is now.
Oh god. I'm fairly sure it's to do with sex.
And
No, I mean the weed strand.
yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a weed strand called banana split. Yeah.
That just sounds a little bit like,
Oh, no, hang on. Is it banana sherbet?
Banana
My
sherbet.
mistaken, banana
I
sherbet.
guess the sherbet bit because the crystals on the.
That's a
leaves.
good one though. That is because it
quite
relaxes you.
Really?
Yeah, and I need one of those where it relaxes me, not ones that make me go.
No,
you know.
I can never get too hyped up on it. When I used to try it, I actually had to give it up.
So
But yeah,
I didn't smoke for like 5 years, and I'm like, the price has gone up.
Yeah.
Listen,
it's gone from 20 to 30.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and everything's
Everything's
little
gone
bit
up.
pre-ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck off. That's got oregano in it.
Yeah. Oh no, it does.
It's not-
Everything's
it's not
just.
cool.
It is
Even
not.
the dealers are up in their price. That's so bad.
It is.
Even the black market's like, with the house of prices.
Yeah, I know.
It's suddenly
cost of-
Arabic.
the
but
cost
yeah,
of
like-
living.
Yeah, the cost of living crisis is
Exactly.
hitting the dealers.
Yeah.
We can't afford BMWs anymore. We've got to go running Vauxhalls.
Oh, no. But no, all jokes aside, though, I do feel like weed does have a lot of health benefits to it, especially with people that suffer with their mental health.
Yeah, definitely. I found
in
that.
moderation, obviously, not like all day,
Yeah,
every day.
no.
But I
Can't
think
do
what the kids
You don't
of
get
today,
solarised.
what the kids of today are doing wrong is they're smoking it with tobacco. Ew. No.
Yeah, you do that.
No,
used to
this
do
is
that.
it's wrong.
You do
No,
that.
it's the
A
it's the
little-
wrong
little
way of
bit
smoking it.
I smoked with you about 2 years ago, and you're like
3 years ago.
Well, for whatever years
It's the
ago.
wrong way of smoking it, man. You don't get.
And I was like,
Yeah, but that's 'cause
let's
that's
smoke it
going
straight. You're like, no, tobacco, half and half. I'm like,
Well, no,
I hate
I'm a
tobacco.
lightweight on that
Yeah.
shit. I barely season it, honestly. Like if I was to be like,
I'm
if it
pure.
was chicken, you'd think that I'd gone full bland.
Yeah, I don't
You know,
put
you
I don't
wouldn't
put I don't
come
put
over
any
again.
tobacco in mine.
No, I don't either. Like literally, pure as anything. It's the best way to do it.
I mean, I do agree.
It's
with
just like my alcohol. When I have rum, when I have whiskey.
Yeah, you drank half of mine.
Yeah, I don't.
You just sat there with a bottle. I was like, Marlon, mate, it's my birthday.
You gave it to me. You said you
Of
got
course
rum.
I did, yeah, because, like, you're black.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll buy Marlon rum because he's from Jamaica.
Why not?
I'm joking. I have a good supply.
But, yeah,
I like making cocktails. So yeah,
my point is, I don't like to mix my rum or whiskey with like cocoa or juice or something. I'm ruining it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It does ruin it. You know, it does. You either have it neat or not at all.
Yeah.
You know,
weed is just because I like to. Cause, I mean, for me, it was always.
I mean, like, it is. I mean, it's not.
You can roll a small one. You don't need.
Yeah, but I only roll like only teeny little normal cigarettes.
Yeah, but roll that like you would.
Yeah,
but then like, because I literally have so little in there. It's just like,
what's the point then?
Well, because I don't want to. I don't like being out of control. So I like, you just want it to kind of like,
Yeah, we don't have to smoke the whole thing. You just have a couple of puffs, put it down, see how you feel.
Smoke it later.
True.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It saves you money as well. It makes it last longer.
It does. Yeah. I mean, I'd make.
God, I'm going to get arrested after this.
Yeah, we're definitely incriminating ourselves here, team. Come on.
Last year I was in New York where it's legal.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the whole place stinks of it, though. That's the only thing that I would say against the idea of legalising it. Because if, like, I mean, for example, my girlfriend, her neighbours, they're always smoking it. Like, and it's just, the whole place just smells of it.
Yeah.
Not her place, because she's on a maisonette, but, like, every time you walk past, every time you're going in the little shared bit at the bottom, it's just all you can smell is that. And you're just like, oh,
that is the downside to it. It does put an ink, man. It proper stinks.
It does.
But
I think if they do what like Amsterdam that have done with the cafes, you have places where you can go.
Where you can go,
in Canada before they legalise it. The
problem with New York, they don't have a place.
No,
and it's there's
more coffee shops.
Their laws weird as well over there. So it's
also you're not going to be judged if you're sitting there having a joint there. But if you go around the streets and like get a lot of people giving the side eye, I still felt guilty just in New York.
But New York is weird because it's semi illegal as well because it's legal on the state level. But illegal on the federal level. So you have all these weed stores that are selling weed openly, but they can't deposit their money in the bank.
But that's like here, though. You can buy all the equipment to grow weed and that, but you just can't grow it. You can even buy the seeds, you just can't grow them. It's like, what's the flipping point? It's such a contradictory law. It's ridiculous, man. I think everywhere's like that in the world, though. It's just contradictory laws.
But also, when you know that there's cocaine on the seats of Whitehall.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just like, well, come on, guys. You know, like who the fuck are you kidding?
Yeah.
I mean, I take ADHD medication. It's class B.
Yeah.
Weed's class C. But for some reason, like me taking an upper in the mornings, every morning I take like 50 milligrams of methamphetamine, basically.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, it doesn't do anything to me because that's what it's there for, is to kind of up my dopamine a little bit. But like, the idea of having a joint, like, at the end of the night, after a long day at work and whatever, you come home, you have a little, teeny tiny joint and just enjoy your pizza like you've never enjoyed anything.
Yeah.
Watch a movie that's really dumb and just switch off.
Yeah, don't worry about those aches and pains that you've been having all day.
I mean, when I was going through my CPTSD, I spent about a year rebuilding my flat, and I was doing a bit of freelance work, but I wasn't I purposely gave myself a year to just get my head around it. Otherwise, I knew that the stress of work and the next job would just, it wouldn't work out, and I'd end up crashing and burning again. So I was like, all right, I need to be strategic about this. Gave myself some time, and which was a wise thing to do, but I had nothing to do for a little while, like I do my work in the mornings, that would take me 2 hours, and after that you're just like, all right, well, I've got a stable income, I've got, like everything I need, just kind of have a little joint, but then the rest of the day, I went for a walk around my area, and it's beautiful, and you appreciate the world around you a bit more, and it's just nice, and people are friendly, and
it is. I mean, I don't agree.
Do you feel a little bit naughty though? I always feel a little bit naughty.
But as long as you live honestly and you don't want any harm to come to anyone, then who the hell is anyone to judge? How you use things. As I say, weed over sertraline or citalopram or anything anyway, any day, which I was on, which made me feel worse.
Oh, it's horrible. And the side effects are just unreal.
They're horrible. Yeah. They make you feel like you want to commit suicide and stuff like that.
Which is ironic considering it's an antidepressant. Yeah. Well, no, there's nothing wrong with blurting that out.
That's what I'm saying. I know, but you know what how sensitive flipping social media is now.
Yeah, oh God, no,
and that's what I'm saying. Like they put that's legal.
Yeah.
That's legal, but then that's illegal. It don't make sense, does it?
Especially if they can regulate the amount of THC that's in it as well, then that makes more sense, because then you know what you're getting. Because half the time, if you go and get it from the streets, you don't know what you're getting. I mean, I've had this, I've had batches where, my old dealer, he gave me, he was a lovely bloke, really nice guy. But there were times when, I'd try it and the next day I'd feel like absolute shit.
Yeah.
About myself, I feel like crap. Not because of my emotions so much, but because the come down was just weird.
Yeah.
And then you get some other stuff that's really good, and you just the next day you wake up and you're like,
then you can't always get the same thing all the time as well, and that's
it's inconsistent.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand what the percentages of the THC. When I was in New York, I was so confused. It'd be like, this is 0. whatever, smoke it, knocks my socks off, and then I buy another one, 0 whatever, and it doesn't do anything. I'm sober, and I'm like, what?
I took one token, I'd
it's
shoot
just
my
weird.
toe.
You never get the same strand, do you, or the same brand?
So if you have a few drinks beforehand, and then you're like, oh yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah. So what are you saying about the percentages? How did that work?
Well, no, I mean, I think that, you know, like when the thing is that people here aren't really experts in it, but when I was in Canada, it was the day before it went legal. So my ex and I were out there, and we went into a shop being like, come on, let's just break the law one last time. You know, who cares? We're going home in like a week or two. You know, like, and we were there for ages, but it was great. And like, you know, we went in there, had a chat with them, and we're just like, and this woman who definitely been stoned for most of her life goes, have you tried the Ducador? But for $5, you get a little joint that's been rolled by somebody else, which I'd never like doing. I normally want to know what's in what I'm putting in my body, 100%. But then it's like, so, you know, if I ever rolled it, I prefer to do that way. What's weak to me isn't necessarily what's weak to someone else.
Which is fair enough. You do how you feel it's better, you know.
It's like, if you're going to make a cocktail, make it yourself, you know, that kind of thing. But,
I mean, I'd rather smoke a joint than drink alcohol.
Me too,
and it's much healthier for you as well, I think. Yeah. Because that's going to fuck up our livers.
You don't wake up with a hangover as well.
No, exactly. I mean, but if they legalise weed, though, Mr. Pharmaceutical will be out of business.
Yeah, well, straight away.
100%.
And then also, so would half it would impact the alcohol industry. In fact, actually, apparently, the people who are campaigning against it being legalised the most are the ones who are the supplying the illegal trade, because then that will get regulated and then everyone can grow it.
I probably would smoke a joint instead of having a bottle of wine.
Yeah, exactly. I hate wine.
I would treat it like a nightcap.
Wine.
Don't like wine?
No, it's like tasting off vinegar.
I used to hate wine as well. I got into it.
You know what?
I don't like it.
I'm fairly sure you tried a few. I mean, you know, like East End.
Did I tell you when I was in Jamaica that I bought weed off the bartender?
I'm not surprised. Everyone's
for the record, he didn't tell me that his wife's pregnant for 5 months. The way he announced it on the group chat this week was he put up the baby, like when they do the sort of, we're having a baby.
Yeah.
Give us all your money. Here's the gift list. He just posted the gift list without any sort of explanation. I clicked it. I was like, not going to happen, you prick. You know, like, £12 for a baby grow. Get fucked.
Need that baby stroller, mate.
I'm not getting your baby stroller. It's 350 quid.
I didn't say one word. I just posted the list.
Is this your first child?
Yeah. It was all from fucking Waitrose. Nice try. I'm not going to John Lewis. Like Oliver Bonus. Fuck off. It's like, you know, you can get
you're sort of right. I should probably put some other stuff on me as well, like film equipment.
Do a baby shower and then...
I got suspicious when we got to the bottom. It's like new tripod, not plastic.
That's where you should really do a baby shower, and then, like, obviously people feel they have to bring gifts.
Yeah, that's what my wife is doing already. She's got it all set up.
There you go then.
You should do like a dad shower. So, you know, like get your proper headphones when they're screaming at you. The wife or the child, it doesn't
just
really
give
make a difference.
A couple of packs of Pro Plus, because you're going to need it, man.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
You're gonna need it.
I don't sleep.
4 in the morning, he'll be calling me, being like, you're not
baby,
sleeping.
you'll be like, I'm tired, I want to go sleep.
He's already like that. He's not got dough eyes, he's just knackered.
I remember those sleepless nights. I'd never do them again.
Really?
No.
You did it twice?
I've done it twice, I know, exactly. I've got 2. I don't need any more.
Yeah, I think 2's enough. I mean, I think that was enough for my parents as well. Like, I mean, Accidental Andy came along and... he didn't know that he was an accident until my 22nd.
You were a good accident, though.
How did how did your brother find out?
Because I was like, Mum, best accident you've ever... I was having breakfast, lunch, birthday breakfast. Mum made a big fry up and everything. We were all living together at the time, and because we'd just come back from uni and that. And, it's like £1,200 for a flat. Why? I've got a room here. There you go, my food's paid for. Fuck that. Anyway, so I don't still live with them, but like I have my own flat. But the point is that, I'm sitting there having dinner, having breakfast. I'm like, Mum, best accident you've ever had. She goes, oh, you weren't the accident. And my brother's sitting there like, the fuck.
Oh, God.
So now he's called Accidental Andy.
If his name begins with A, Accidental Andy, it's inevitable that was going to be his nickname.
Oh, 100%. He doesn't know that's his nickname, so if you're watching, Andy, sorry. That's right, I'll break the fourth wall, I don't give a fuck. So, all right, so we decide, our drug addictions aside. I don't have a drug addiction, what am I saying? Although I did notice that because I gave up weed about sort of 2-3 months ago, because I kind of just got to that point where I was a bit like, well, I wanted this job, and and the criteria include don't you're going to get drugs tested.
Don't be on drugs.
Yeah, you got to get drugs tested, so don't do anything naughty.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fine, I really want this job, so I'm just going to put it to one side and I'm not going to touch again, and I've done that, which, to be fair, quite proud of myself for, because it is nice, but at the same time, so is having a cool job. But my point is, though, that where was I going with this? Fuck, I blanked.
Do we all agree that weed should be legalised?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, hands up.
Yes. Yeah, and also it would take a lot of pressure off. But the only reason they made it illegal in the first place in the States, I think Hoover said it, was that they wanted to target minorities and they couldn't target them for being black and brown. So they went for the drug that they tend to be most likely to have, and that's why they kept busting them. And then they could fill the prisons with slave labour, basically, and no problem at all. And he admitted that openly, and this was like in the 60s that he said that.
That's what I'm saying. What I was saying earlier, human beings, what they'll inflict on another human being is... it's evil.
It's evil. Yeah,
it is evil. But you know, there is always good in evil. Like, you know, you wouldn't know beauty without the ugly. Yeah. You know, and
art is pain.
Yeah, art is pain. So you know, just choose your decisions wisely. And that's the thing. We all have a choice. We don't have to do something a certain way. Like with the acting and that, they're like most people like are very driven by their fame, like, you know, being famous and all that. And the way I see it is what do you call it? I've lost my trail of thought now.
Oh, hamster.
That's it. Fame encompasses judgment, you know? And what I mean by that is that everyone just gets so like lost in becoming a brand just so they can get the likes, so they can get people looking at them, and then they lose their passion.
Yeah.
For why they were doing it in the first place. And it's like, if you're doing it for fame. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you're doing it for fame,
I mean, you say then you're 130,000 followers, but yes.
Yeah. That was purely by accident, though, and they're all organic, never paid for one.
So do you want to go into that?
Yeah, go on. Tell us how that happens.
TikTok, right.
Sorry, you have over 130,000 TikTok followers.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I found that out.
To be fair, though, I do like quite a few of the pictures. Yeah. I mean, I didn't because I didn't want to look like a creep, but I was like, when I was in the research, I was like sitting there going through your Instagram because I'm old school. And,
that's all good.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. Great. I mean, there's a lot of very good pictures in there.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
I didn't sound like a creep.
No, you don't sound like a creep because I know you're not a creep.
I do want to ask about the DM thing, like what the weirdest DM you've ever had.